And so Spider-Man, a favorite, I mean,
Oh, well, yeah.
I know Fantastic Four is
Yeah.
you know, dear to your heart, but back then,
I really loved Spider-Man from the very beginning. There was one point I remember going back, and rereading some of these, but all I would do is reread all of the coffee bean scenes, which were great. I love the coffee bean scenes. And I actually did talk to John Romita one time, and I mentioned how much I really loved those scenes, and he said that he gets that comment a lot. And at first he was really depressed because it meant like no one was looking at the action scenes that he was so proud of. But then he realized if people were really that interested in the talking scenes, that was a huge compliment.
right?
That these are just people having coffee and talking, but that's what everyone was talking. So he did start to take that as a huge compliment that he made, at least his part of it, he made very gripping and interesting. And
You did a lot of DC work and a certain amount of Marvel work. Spider-Man, something that you wished you had done long runs of, or was there?
no, I can't say no, because I've been very happy reading Spider-Man, and I've been approached twice to work on Spider-Man, and I actually couldn't think of what I would do with him. So I actually turned it down. I don't even know why, but because Spider-Man's very iconic, and I think there's a lot of great things about Spider-Man, but for some reason he's a character that I can't think of what I would do with him. That's odd to say, but I can't. I mean, I even know what I would do with Thor, a character I'm not particularly fond of, and maybe that's why I know what I would do with him.
Yeah.
Because in fact, I would have to say, when I was hired to work on Superman, I was enjoying what was happening on Superman, but Superman's never been my favorite character.
Really?
Yeah. And I decided when I was asked to work on it, and I liked, Mike Carlin, great guy, Jurgens, I really enjoyed the people that were there, and I decided, well, I'm going to write a Superman book for people who don't like Superman, because that's kind of what I was, And I will say right away, Superman has the best supporting cast in the whole industry.
That's what I was gonna comment on. Thinking about your issues, there were a lot of people in your issues of Superman, a lot of guest stars and things like that, but just lots of people in the panels, and very often with Superman, there's Superman, there's Superman talking to Lois, there's Superman, and there's Lex Luthor, and then you have lots of panels of Superman, Clark Kent, Superman. Your issues were like, there's all these people.
I have to say I didn't notice that, but that's very interesting.
I did. I mean, the city was a character.
Yeah, I think Metropolis is a huge character in Superman, certainly. But yeah, Superman has the best supporting characters and the worst rogues gallery. The worst rogue. You get beyond Lex Luthor and Metallo, Mxyzptlk, then you're starting to scrape. If you ask me. And then Batman has the best rogues gallery and the worst supporting cast. I mean, once you get beyond the villains, you got Commissioner Gordon and Alfred.
Right.
And you kind of run out right there.
And lots of different women through the years that you can't remember their names.
They're all kind of good characters, but they don't stick around. Yeah. So it's just, anyways, that's right.
And having said that, looking, I remember you did, your World's Finest, which again I want to talk more about later, because I love.
Well, I'm glad you liked it. I'm very proud of it. I'm very proud of how it came out.
But right out of the gate, you have this gorgeous woman coming in to Bruce Wayne, and Bruce Wayne's going to escort her to this thing, and she's coming in doing the whole, and she's a famous actress. And he says, well, so what have you done? She's like, well, I've won 2 Academy Awards. I'm kind of the biggest actress in America. Oh, sort of like, all right. I don't go to the movies much.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah, exactly. And that goes back to his whole origin, obviously. That's right.